Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Conner. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Carr.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he'll He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
McBride was the standard in the 2022 draft for tight ends. The Mackey Award winner is the best tight end in college. He's the first one off the board when Arizona tabbed him as their future starter at the position. But get to learn from one of the best with the Cardinals, Zach Ertz. It appears he already is picking up that first down.
Tackle there by Jerry Tillery.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, we hit it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Connor going to get it again on second down. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 7, Carr toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one, and earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. The open man here, Renfro. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. The kick by Carlson is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Carr now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Carr. Crossing right, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Darren Waller's one of the top tight ends in the NFL, and when he's healthy, he's always on pace for a 1,000-yard season. Easy play right there for him to move the chains.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
93. Carr now on 1st down. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. This offense offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now, Carlson down to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Murray finding space at the 40. Murray fighting. Lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their 38. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33.
And the Cardinal first down.
Here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. I definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Carr going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Vegas. 51 yards. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd down and goal. Carr. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And the Raiders pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. After the turnover, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
it certainly is. And
touchdown Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first and 10 is Connor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Murray now on first down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal, Arizona.
They'll run here with Connor, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 70. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because...
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, it's Connor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Connor up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Murray now.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Here's Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A gain of 13 yards.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Carr going to throw here. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and